By now, you've probably heard about the Ontario Staycation Tax Credit, but maybe you're thinking to yourself, Derek, where do I go? I don't necessarily have the answers. I mean, I do have some recommendations, but better to hear from our next guest. I'm joined by Susan Catto, Head of Publishing and Production at Travelzoo. Welcome to the show, Susan. The obvious question is, let's talk about Travelzoo, what they are and what the mission is.
So Travelzoo's mission is to get people off the couch and exploring the world. And we do this by finding and curating the very best travel deals for Canadians specifically. And Travelzoo membership is free. There's about 1.4 million Canadians have already discovered this. We will send like a deal a day to your inbox with like either hotels or trips, local events close to you. Basically, deals that you can really take advantage of that are tailored to you and your area and Canadians. And we make sure we would not tell you about anything that we would not do ourselves. All our deals are tested and test booked.
Oh, what a tough job, Susan. I mean, how do you guys do it? How do you manage?
It is a real struggle. It's a hardship, but someone's got to do it.
I mentioned off the top that Ontario Staycation Tax Credit. Tell us how that works exactly.
So Ontarians, in order to get the travel industry going again and get people traveling again, you can get a $200 tax refund on your trip if you're a single person. It's your accommodation that they're looking at. So for one person, if you spend up to $1,000 in the recommended way, you can get $200 back on your taxes the following year. And if you're a family or a couple, you can get up to $400 on $2,000 of accommodation. So all you really need to do is keep those accommodation receipts. If it's printed on thermal paper, take a photo of it so it doesn't fade and save them for next year's taxes. And you'll get this nice treat at the end.
One of the big things that people are concerned about, of course, is is my travel going to be refundable? And you do have, as I understand it, sort of an upgrade that people can do, right?
Yes, we try to be extremely clear about all the policies. So you can upgrade to a fully flexible package. We look for hotels to offer very flexible or free rebooking cancellations. We know that this is not the time when people can feel confident, laying their money out in advance without knowing exactly what's going to happen. So Travelzoo's policies do reflect that, and we make it really easy for you. We have some of the best customer service record in the business.
Well, let's talk about some wonderful destinations. And one of those destinations is Niagara on the Lake, which I've been very fortunate to visit. But you want to talk specifically about Queen's Landing. Let's talk a little bit about that. How would you describe Queen's Landing?
Well, I love this resort. It's like a Georgian mansion. It's on the banks of the river. So you have these Niagara River views. You're very close to the actual town proper, but a slightly, away from the bustle. So you've got some nature surrounding you. Niagara on the Lake is so quiet and bucolic. It's a bit of a microclimate. So you are going to find it slightly warmer than you would elsewhere, such as Ottawa. But you are close enough to, shop in the quaint stores of Niagara on the Lake, or just, pop in your car and discover the nearby wineries, or go all the way to Niagara Falls and check out the Thundering Falls. But then you can escape that craziness and go back to your hotel. And if you don't want to drive to wineries, which is a logical thing to do,
yes,
we do have wine tours at Travelzoo that leave from the area and take you around to a selection of wineries, so you can, enjoy your tasting without having to worry about driving. It's a great deal.
And Travelzoo members have an opportunity to do some pretty big savings too, right?
Oh my gosh. At Queen's Landing, you can save up to 40% on stays into May. And our package includes wine and breakfast for two. So, if you don't want to do anything at all, you're fine just to retreat to this gorgeous hotel with in the lap of luxury and just enjoy your wine and the environs and your breakfast for two. So I think those discounts are really hard to beat this time of year.
Yeah, sign me up. Quickly, we have about just over a minute left. Toronto's Radisson Blu, Toronto downtown, beautiful spot as well.
Yeah, I like this. It's in the harborfront, so you can walk by the water if you want, but you're just really steps away from Union Station, the CN Tower, all the attractions of downtown. 55% off for Travelzoo members, and you're going to pay about $125, rates that were unprecedented before COVID. Again, this is a fantastic place to base yourself for a getaway to Toronto. And yeah, if you sign up for Travelzoo, membership is free, and we'll send deals like this to you, so you never have to miss out on inspiration for your next trip, whether it's in Canada or further afield.
Yeah, and I should mention too, you have that Toronto Niagara trip too, right? Where you can do sort of that fly and wine and fly
Oh my God.
situation. Really appreciate you spending time with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.